As always, thank you for joining me for these practices on YouTube. I really appreciate all your support, your comments, and this one is based on what a few of you have asked for. I'll be sharing a 25-minute, 30-minute practice here based on really slow transitions. This will be a full strength-based practice, moving really slow, just focusing on what we can feel in the body and like dropping out of our heads and into our body. Be prepared to get a little warm into the glutes and also into your core. We're focusing a lot on compression today. This particular practice is definitely not a beginner practice, but will be a short, sweet and spicy practice, a nice one for your morning if you're just looking to build some heat and, as I said, get back into your body if we're finding the head noise might be a little bit much. So let's just get started. We're going to focus on some spinal rolling to start. So I'm going to get us to come up to a stand. All right. We're going to think about here rippling the spine. I'll show it from a front perspective, but also from the side. Having a think about pushing away into the thighs. I'll start here. And we're going to be finding our cat position here. So really protract and spread the scapula apart. All right, from here, I'm going to be rolling the body to the right, bending the elbows and coming into like a cow position, squeezing the scapula over to the left and then up into cat. So really rippling through the spine here. And take about 10 rolls one direction and 10 rolls the other. I'll let you do this in your own time. Completed about 10, moving back the other way. We're trying to create some space in the thoracic, especially if you're somebody who uses devices a lot or sits in chairs. Really thinking about rolling the spine here, whilst also quite warming up the legs. When we're done with that, ripple up your spine. From this position, what we're going to think about doing is bringing one leg behind and just exploring a single leg squat here, and then bringing the knee up to the chest and taking a gentle hip hinge. Maybe your foot just touches behind and then we bring that back to stand. Same thing on the other side, leg goes behind, taking some sort of a single leg squat, taking mini dragon. As I come up, bring the knee into the chest for balance, and then taking your version of a hip hinge. So bending the back, bending the standing knee and finding your version of hip hinge. Let's do that again. Taking your version of single leg squat. Maybe your shin comes down to the ground this time, working through compression. Lifting up, knee comes into the chest, maybe extend, and then taking that leg back for your hip hinge. One more time on the other side. Taking your version of a single leg squat, leg goes behind, again maybe to the shin. From here, knee up to the chest, extend, and then of course we will take your version of hip hinge. Beautiful, guys. We're going to just come down to find ourselves in a passive squat here. Remember, this is not an exercise. This is a very natural movement for us. We should be doing this at least 5 minutes a day if we want better ankle mobility and much less lower back pain. Then have a think about just being here as often as you can throughout your day. All right, making some movements, of course, in this space. And then let's start to wake up our hamstrings, elbows on the inside of the knees, drop your head, lift your bum, and then back into a passive squat. And we'll do that a few times here. So opening up the backs of the hamstrings here should feel pretty good. Beautiful work, guys. Alright, from this destination, all we're going to do is just turn and walk ourselves into our first high plank. So stabilizing here in your high plank, fingers spread nice and wide. Have a think about a few things here. Think about pushing back with the heels and squeezing the glutes. Now think about pulling your pubic bone, your belly and your sternum up. Draw your shoulders away from the ears, but keep the scapula drawing apart and engage. Hover your right foot off the ground. Come onto your left fingertips, and maybe your left arm goes forward, hold for 5. From here, left hand down, right knee to nose. Step the right foot outside the right hand, and just move around your hips. I did warn you that this will be a strong practice, a very strength-based practice. So meet your frustrations with compassion. It's not about what you can't do, it's about leaning into what you can today and knowing that we never get there, it's just a practice. So enjoy the ride of discomfort if we get faced with one. I will get faced with one too. And the most important thing is how we meet that discomfort and what our body does. Keep your body open in the discomfort to support your nervous system. Keep the right foot forward. Bring the left hand down under your left shoulder. Elevate up here, so we're pushing the floor away with that left hand. And we're going to take a big inhale, sweep the right hand high. As you exhale, bring that right forearm, elbow down to the ground to your degree. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Good. Inhale, lift straight into a side plank. Leg lifted, leg on top, your choice. Breathe in. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, bend your knees. Take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, belly breathing. Keeping the breath out of your shoulders and your chest. We want to maintain a nice belly breath throughout our practice. Articulate your spine slowly, ripple forward, high plank. Pause. Lift your left foot just a little bit. Make sure your hips stay stable. Come onto your right fingertips. Hover the right hand off for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right hand down. Bring the left knee to the nose. And step the left foot outside of the left hand. Rock forward, backwards. Open up your hip flexors and your hamstrings. Any movements here that feel good for you, make it your own. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder, push into the tripod of the left foot. Find strength here as you inhale, take your twist, open the left hand, exhale. Bring the left elbow, maybe forearm down to the ground. Inhalation, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Slow transition, your version, Vashisthasana. Where that leg is lifted on the ground into a tree position. Make sure your right wrist is stacked under right shoulder. Breathe in. As you breathe out, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From your downward facing dog, walk your hands back towards your feet. We'll take a few rounds here, just opening the backs of the hamstrings. So when you're ready, take an inhale, find your halfway lift here. My hamstrings are really tight today, so I have a soft knee bend in my legs. As you exhale, we are going to fold forward. Alright, inhale again, find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Alright, here we go. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale and fold. Walk yourself back out again to your high plank here. Alright, beautiful. From your high plank this time, shift forward. We're going to slowly lower to the ground for the count of 5. Keep your elbows in. Make sure you shift forward for 4. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And for 1, hold at the bottom for 5. You can always drop your knees here. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes together. Push back with your heels. Press back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring your knees wide. Send your hips back over your heels. Take a brief child's pose here. And then lift up the body. Press into the hands. Drop the forearms down. Tuck your chin. And pull your body through, coming straight into upward facing dog or cobra if that feels better for you. Maybe move it around a little bit here. Have a little bit of a play with your gentle back bends and any movements that feel nice for you here. And in your own time, lifting up to your downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Alright, so we're getting straight into it. Bring your downward facing dog, press into your hands, bring your left hand to your hip and lift your right foot off the ground here. Now, very, very welcome to stay here. It's quite an interesting balance. Or maybe you bend that right knee and reach back towards that ankle, potentially finding a hip opener here. Or not, and a quad stretch. Take 5 breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, how do you meet this balance or the falls or whatever is happening right now? Can you have fun with it rather than judge it? Can you be curious about it rather than drop into perfection? Next destination, you're going to keep that left hand either by your side or on your hip. Can you bring your right knee in towards your elbow and hold? Beautiful. Keep the left hand off. Spin onto the blade edge of the left foot and kick that right leg through, fallen triangle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to rotate, bringing left hand to ground. Right leg comes up and over. Either side plank again or into wild thing. Right toes touch down and find your way into a back bend here. Next destination, right foot top of mat. Go really slow. Maybe keep the right hand off the ground. Step the right foot towards the front of the mat. Warrior 1. Nice steady stance here. We want to really square off our hips here. So I go quite wide with my feet in my warrior 1, blade edge of back foot down, right hip back, left hip forwards. Inhale. As you exhale, come into arrowhead arms here and hold this position. Really strong here, pull the belly button towards the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, bend into that right knee and we're going to tap the left knee to the back of the calf. Now you can put your fingers down or not, right? And then from this position, we're going to extend the left leg back, standing splits to your degree. Inhale, tap the right knee to the back of the calf or the Achilles. And then exhale, extend. One more like this. Inhale, tap maybe even finding a shrimp squat this time. And exhale, lift up, standing splits. To your degree, left leg rises. Push through the right foot, bring the knee into the nose. Come all the way up to stand. Bring the left knee into your chest and hold. Alright, from this destination, we're going to open up into our dancer's pose. Wrapping your left hand around the outside of the left foot, pull the knee in nice and close, open the hip flexors. Then as we kick back, bend your right knee, either bringing the right hand out in front, or if it's there for you, like a shrimp squat, really pull that left heel into the glute and then maybe kick it all away. Breathe here. Bring the left knee up and back into the chest. As we open the left hip out to the sides, half moon. Slow transition here into your half moon, using a block or a water bottle, whatever might feel nice for you here. Inhale and exhale. All right, I'm going to come and take a seat. You're going to bring that left knee behind the right, and we're going to sit down and face the right side of our mat. All right, facing the right side of our mat here. All right, we're taking a glute stretch, so we have the right leg on top. All right, we're going to bring the left hand up and we're twisting, taking a really nice stretch here into the piriformis. This is a really fun transition. I'll do my best and I'll do it really nice and slow. What I want to think about here is unhooking our right foot and hovering it off the mat. So let the left foot down onto the ground, the right foot is off. All right, from this destination, what I'm going to think about doing is placing my left hand and then, sorry, my right hand down into the mat, my right hand down the mat, push into the left foot, lift up, bring the right foot under, and we find a squat. Beautiful, guys. All right, from our squat position here, we've got a couple of options. You're very, very welcome to stay here. So this is a strong practice. So I'm going to offer a crow pose. If your body deserves today to be a little bit more still and calm, just hang out here. If not, jam those elbows onto the inside of the inner calves and knee. Place the hands down onto the ground and lift up. And then finding your version of crow, we're here for 10 full rounds of breath. If you come out of it, just come back in. If you're getting it, start to straighten your arms, push away further. Pull your belly button into your spine, hold for 3, hold for 2, and for 1. Come down back into your squat, turn the right foot forward, blade edge of left foot down. Take an inhale, find a halfway lift, and exhale your version of pyramid here. Alright, from here, inhale, take a halfway lift. What we're going to do, we're going to re-bend into that right knee here. Bring your left knee up, compress, catch the big toe of the left foot, and then working into, coming into a pistol squat. Now you're welcome to let go and hold. Reach towards your foot if that's you, working compression. Hold for 5, hold for 4, hold for 3. We're visiting now warrior 2. Left leg steps back. Sorry, Sorry about the leg work there. And we're in our Virabhadrasana 2. So finding your warrior 2 here again, blade edge of back foot down, right knee over right ankle. The knee is a hinge joint. Super important that we have that nice external hip rotation here. Bring your left hand behind. Just feeling the gentle opening of this left shoulder here. Make sure your breath is here, not up here. Inhale. Parsvakonasana, side angle. Either arm up or over. Skandasana. Slide to the left. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Oh, feels good. Shuffle back to the front. High plank. Low plank. Pause. Press back up. Knees go wide. Send the hips back. Pull the body through. Up dog or cobra. And then find your way to a downward facing dog or take 5 breaths in a child's pose. Well done. We have one more side to go. Notice straight away your breath, notice where your body may be holding tension. Things like your face, your jaw, shoulders, upper traps, the armor. On your exhalation, you have every opportunity to let that go. This is just yoga, there's no lion chasing you here. It's our job to cue our body and our nervous system to its ventral state. When things are just uncomfortable, there is no need for our nervous system to tap into fight, flight. Yes, things will get uncomfortable and they will get hard, but it's our job to watch what our body is doing through the discomfort, and if we notice it move into tension and there is no threat, then it's our responsibility to train our body to soften and to settle in the discomfort. There's a word called titiksha, and it means to cheerfully endure the discomfort. So as we move into the second side, do your best to have fun. Downward facing dog. Go. Slowly, we're going to bring our right hand to our hip, and that left leg is going to rise. Pause. Either stay or bend the left knee. Maybe you reach back and we find a hip opener here. Hold for 5. Now let go of your left foot, keep the right hand back. We're going to bring the left knee to the left elbow, start to press into the blade edge of the right foot, pause, kick the left leg through, fallen triangle. Rotate the body, right hand comes down, either side plank here or all the way over into wild thing. That left leg lifts up and find your way either into a back bend, wild thing, whatever feels nice for you today. Now wherever you are, we're going to come back over, left foot to top of mat. Maybe that left hand doesn't go down. Warrior 1. Just adjust your feet in your warrior 1. I keep slipping here. Remember, if you need to, like I do, keep your feet quite wide. Maybe you're squaring off your hips, pulling your left hip back, your right hip forwards. Any arm variation of choice here. Take an inhale. Exhale, maintain the warrior one position. Finding airplane arms here. Squeeze the scapula, squeeze your back quad so much your back kneecap lifts here. Okay, we have those little single leg squats here. We're going to lean forward. I like to use the fingers on the ground. We're going to bring that right knee in to tap the left calf. And then we're going to inhale, bring that right leg high. Exhale, compress, like really use compression here. Get low. And then press and kick away, standing splits. Let's go again here. That might come into a shrimp squat, bringing the right knee towards the ground. Pull your right heel into your bum. Come all the way up to stand here. Well done. Take a moment to pause. Dancer's pose. Catching the outside edge of the foot here. Now again, very similar to the shrimp squat. Right, either staying here and kicking away, or maybe you grab with both hands. Bend your left knee a lot and we start to kick into dancers. Slowly come back up to stand. Well done. Beautiful work, guys. All right, we are going to explore our half moon. That right hip starts to open. Bend your left knee as the left hand comes down. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Slowly, like a single leg squat again, bring that right knee behind. Take a seat and turn to the left. My goodness, I'm sweating. Your left leg is on top. Bring the right hand up, cross it over, take a stretch. Whew. Try to stay right here in your stretch, not about this next transition or breakfast or your emails. There's no need to fix anything or to try to figure something out in your yoga practice. We're just right here in this twist. And each time you find yourself disappearing from yoga into the future or into the past, come back to your body on your exhale. All right, let's play with this transition. This left leg comes off to create space. Okay, from here, we need to put the left hand down, press into the right foot. As you lift up, that leg goes under and you find yourself into a squat here. So as you're finding your squat, all right, you can stay here. You can take a crow pose like we did, or you can take some like jumping straddle handstands. All right, if that is you, feel free to kind of bend your knees and maybe you take a little hop. Maybe it's something bigger. Wherever you are, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing yourself down back into squat. Turn your left foot forward. Blade edge of right foot down. Take an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Ooh. Nearly there, guys. You're doing really well. This is a strong practice this morning. Take an inhale and an exhale. Okay, we have this pistol squat now here. So think about coming forward, ground your spine, really compress. Bring your right knee in, catch your big toe, kicking it through. Really pull that right femur bone into your hip socket. Hold here for 5. Hold for 4, reaching towards that foot. Hold for 3, hold for 2, and for 1. I didn't use my hand on this side. We're stepping back, warrior 2. Blade edge of a right foot goes down. Finding your way into your Virabhadrasana 2. Alright guys, we are so close. Bending your left knee. Really feeling that right femur bone pull up into the hip socket. Your right quad strong. Just bringing the hands gently behind, or maybe that left hand behind for a moment or two here. Maybe your right, then take an inhale, sweep up open. And Parsvakonasana, side angle. Bring that left hand down. Now either that right hand comes up or over. Skandasana to the right. There we go guys, well done. Oh, take a moment here. Next destination, high plank. Walk yourself back to your high plank. Hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower all the way down to the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sphinx pose. Well done. Notice how different this moment is from where you just were. Close your eyes. Now, you guys have choices here. I'm actually going to roll over and come into a wheel pose. You're welcome to join me or come into bridge, or you're welcome just to stay right here into Sphinx. So however you get there, just take your time, maybe through a child's pose can also be quite nice. To just eventually bring yourself in and around, setting up for a final back bend before we end the practice. Now, option just to take a bridge pose. I might start in a bridge and then make my way to wheel. So really just tuning into your body and what it is that you need. Okay, if you are taking bridge pose, push through those feet and then interlace those hands and finding the space here. Now you're very, very welcome to stay here, or you're welcome to take a wheel pose. I come up onto the balls of my feet. I'm very much still working on my thoracic mobility. It's definitely a practice for me, but this is the pose I feel like I need today. So you're coming into your wheel pose, again, really choosing your options. And then we'll take 5 breaths here. And then we are, when you're ready, that felt amazing. When you're ready, we're going to come straight down into Shavasana. If you need a twist, if you need to keep your knees bent for a moment, do so. Take a moment of gratitude. That was a really tough practice, guys. So thank your body for doing exactly everything that it just did there to support you. You didn't need to nail anything, you didn't need to get anywhere, you just needed to show up, and that's the most amazing thing. So take your time here as you land in Shavasana. Close down your eyes. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, let your feet flop open. Breath gentle and soft in through the nose and into the belly when you land. If you do have the opportunity to stay longer, please do keep your eyes closed. And just bring your awareness back to your breathing. So I want you to notice the next 3 breaths with an extended exhale. So I want you to think about inhaling for the count of 4, right into the belly, not into the chest or the shoulders. And as you exhale, exhale for the count of 6 and let it all go. And notice how much your body lets go on the exhale. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll over to the left and up to seated. Remember always that your body is not the problem, it is the solution. It is our job to learn to listen. Yoga, I feel, just really helps me get out of the noise in my head sometimes. If I haven't slept well, haven't eaten well, haven't moved well, right, I'm going to find that inside and outside is going to be a little bit messy. Each time that I return to my mat, it reminds me to come back to my body, and for me that is the practice of presence, is coming home. When we come home, we return back here, and all that doesn't matter. So today, as you move through your day, each time you notice yourself going forward and backward, or getting caught up in something that's taking our attention away from our intention, I invite you to come back to this amazing body of yours. Your body is your biggest teacher. It is your biggest cheerleader. The things that show up in your body are gifts. It is asking us to tune in and listen. Be gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself as you would a loved one, a child, an animal. And if something shows up for you in your body, inside or out, do your best to ask the question, okay, why? What's going on here? What are you trying to tell me? And how can I help you? So when you're ready, guys, just bring your thumbs to your prefrontal cortex, as always, thanking yourself for your practice. And of course, as always, from my heart to yours. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice and you survived it, I'd love to hear your comments, but I'd also love you to click that like button and follow and subscribe if you could. I have a few courses, of course, coming up online. I have my next nervous system reset course starting on July 28th, and they run every 6 weeks, so feel free to click on the link for this one and join me for my next online 4-week course. I also have started my online movement coaching program and handstand coaching. So if you jump on over to my Instagram page at move_like_water, you can access all of those programs there. Thanks again for your practice, and I'd love to hear from you.